Alright, what's going on, guys? TREV back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing your daily Walking Dead video for today. In this one, we're going to start with giving our thoughts on whether or not we think Daryl is ever going to have a love interest in the series. And thank you guys for continuing to send me all of the great questions for the second half of The Walking Dead Season 7. We're going to just roll on. We're going to just keep producing, keep doing what we do, having lots of fun, and, start 2017 off right. So we've got exactly 1 month now, as of today, to the premiere for The Walking Dead Season 7 second half, and I am very excited as always. I always am for every half. And, this half, it should be a pretty good one. I'm thinking probably better than the first half. Maybe not quite as good as some of the stuff in Season 5 and 6, but we'll have to see how it all turns out. So first question for this one came from Breaking Rick, and he said, Q&A TREV, do we know for sure 100% that Daryl is straight? He hasn't had a physical relationship in over 7 seasons. Well, yeah, that's true, but that's only been, as I did in the Timeline Explain video. If you guys missed it, I did a Timeline Explain video in the channel. Check it out. It was a Christmas special. It's got Rick, and he's wearing like a Santa hat and stuff, so that's fun. So check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's only been a couple years in terms of time in the series. So in Walking Dead time, Walking Dead universe time. So it's not like Daryl has been without a relationship for that long. A couple years is not, it's not very long. And you have a lot of characters, of course, who are in between relationships in the zombie apocalypse. You have people that lose their spouse, and, people are dying left, right, and center. So all this crazy shit is happening. You can see why maybe someone like Daryl wouldn't want to get attached to somebody with people just dying all over the place. But at this point, we got to wonder, going into the second half of Season 7 and into Season 8, if Daryl is ever going to have a love interest in the series. At this point, I'm almost going to say I don't think he will. I mean, it's something that people have messaged and we've done Q&As about back since Season 3, Season 4, and, it's just something that we've never seen materialize. There was a time, like in Season 4, Season 5, where it actually seemed like they might try to do like a Beth-Daryl thing, and that was really weird. It just didn't work at all. At least not for me, and for a lot of you guys I know too. Maybe for some of the girls it worked. I don't know. There was a few that were like, oh, I liked Daryl and Beth, but the age difference is just so drastic. And I'm aware Emily Kinney is older in real life than she looks in the show, but she just looks so young in the show. It feels wrong. So at this point, I'm thinking no. I don't think they'll ever do it. We also thought for a minute maybe we would see Carol and Daryl, and it's like, no. But we don't know 100% for sure that Daryl is straight. Some people have theorized we maybe see Daryl and Jesus or something like that. At this point, honestly, I think, like I've always kind of said, and I've done videos on this in the past, so I won't repeat, but I think Daryl and Rosita is still probably the best bet for Daryl. I don't know who else you would use there unless it's like Sherry or something. If they go with Sherry, if Dwight is killed or something happens there, I don't know, man, but I wouldn't like that either. It's like, who would be a right person? But there's a lot of new characters coming in now, so it's really hard to choose. It's really hard to say, but I'd like to see, Daryl eventually get a love interest. As far as we know, it was confirmed outside of the series that Daryl is not gay. It's just that he has had so much trouble over his life and he can't open up to anybody. And that makes it really, really difficult for him to get into any kind of type of relationship because of how closed off he is, especially now. So, but we'll have to wait and see, because with the character, they've done a lot of things with him, over the seasons. He's gone from in the beginning of the show kind of being more kind of a jokey, badass type character to, a lot more withdrawn, a lot more quiet, a lot more, hardened and losing Beth and all that stuff. Like, remember the scene? There's some like posters and stuff where he walks out and he's got her and she's dead and stuff. So obviously the character's been through a tremendous amount now, being tortured and everything. You guys can write your comments below. If they were going to do it, who do you think would be the right girl to do it with, or guy, if you're down with that, if you think it'd be better to do that. Personally, I can't think of anybody better than Rosita, but, I don't think they're going to do it. I mean, they could do, like, maybe Sasha, not Maggie. That just doesn't work at all. And even Sasha's like, I don't know if people would like that either, because she was with, a couple guys already, like Bob and, Abraham and stuff. I don't know. Kind of tricky, but write your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just going to say, I don't think we're ever going to see it at this point. I don't think we're ever going to see it. It's a Morales thing. At this point, it's probably never going to happen. So after this, we'll just stop talking about it, because unless we see something, there's no reason. We'll probably never see it. I don't think he ever will. But write your comments below with who you guys would like to see. And if you think they could go the Daryl is gay route, I mean, they could, but it's just I don't know how fans would react to that. It would certainly get some attention to the show, that's for sure. Be entertaining, that's for sure. See how people react. AlphaWolf says, Trev, do you think Negan knows the name of all of his saviors? So, no way does Negan know the name of all of his saviors. I don't even think he probably knows half their names. Probably not. Because he just has so many people and stuff, and there's no way. There's just no way. Plus he's just that type of character that he doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. If you do your thing, whatever, then maybe there'll be a few people he'll warm up to. Like maybe he likes Dwight, because Dwight came back on his own accord. I think he sees Daryl as a challenge to try to break in, so he kind of likes Daryl for that, and he sees how strong he could be. Rick and some of the others, but no way does he know most of his guys' names. I highly, highly doubt it. Maybe just a few. Probably just doesn't. He wouldn't care. That's who Negan is. He just wouldn't care, right? Bella Gray, others says, Trev, do you trust Enid yet? I have, from the beginning, I have not ever, I've never trusted her from the beginning, and I still don't. I could totally see her being a spy that's fallen in love with her targets. How else would Negan have known Carl's name and that Rick was the father? Carl had never been around any saviors up until the night of the lineup, so I'm convinced an inside source told Negan. That would be either Jesus or Enid, and of the two, I like Enid for the job. So let's just go through this real quick. I've never, since the beginning, so from the beginning, there was kind of a theory that maybe Enid could be one of the wolves. Her intro is in the same episode as the JSS when the wolves attack, I believe so. And so the way it's told, the way it's lined up, it makes it seem like maybe she was a plant from the wolves or something. But it just doesn't add up, because if Negan knew about Alexandria beforehand, if Enid went there and I don't know, like I don't know. In the picture that I showed yesterday with the new pictures, you see Enid, she's talking to everybody, and everybody's looking at her. So we'll see what that's about. But it just doesn't add up to me, because it's like if Negan would have known about all that stuff prior, then, and she was always sneaking off and stuff like that, it would make sense. It would make sense. She would have at some point told them if she was I don't like it at all, man. I don't like the theory. I don't think it makes any sense personally. I think it made sense for the wolves. It doesn't make sense for everybody else, is what I'm basically saying at this point. So, but also with the names and stuff, I mean, he could have been told that from, who knows, I mean, anybody there, right? Like anybody who they had captured some of them, they could have gotten some of them to talk at least a little bit. And, he could have gotten information from the ones that were captured. So we don't know for sure that there was like a leak or something like that. We can't really say that. So sorry, bro, but I don't like the theory, and I don't see it personally. But we'll see. Maybe you're right. If you're right, then great. You can tell me. You can say I told you so. Once we see the premiere stuff, if Enid confesses that she's a savior or something, I just don't like it. Radical Zed says, Trev, I think Tara will tell Rick about the Oceanside, and one of the non-comic stories this half could be Rick going there with his group and recruiting Cindy and her people for all-out war against the Saviors. What are your thoughts? So yeah, and people were confused about this one in my pictures video I did yesterday, so I apologize if I confused anybody. That was not my intention. Some people pointed out, they said, hey, Trev, Rick doesn't know about the Oceanside. And so, right now. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But Tara does. She's right there. like she could just tell them. Like if Rick's standing there, like, man, what are we gonna do? They both won't fight. We don't have enough weapons. We need to find more people. Where can we find some more people? And then he looks around, and Tara's like, I know. Like it would be that fast. It would be that quick for her to tell. I mean, it could be one 30-second, 1-minute scene, and then they could cut to commercial. They could come back, and Rick being like, "Why didn't you tell us about this sooner?" or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, she could tell them. Like, she could, in other words, she could still tell them. Will she hold it a secret? We'll have to see. Maybe she will. But from the pictures, it does look like maybe they're heading in that direction because there's a lot of shrubbery everywhere, that kind of stuff, and that seems to be kind of closer to where they're at. But who knows? I mean, we'll see. Maybe she won't at all, and the Oceanside will have nothing to do with all that war. But they had a lot of weapons. They showed us how many weapons they had, probably on purpose. They showed us how much they had in their armory to let us know. And they also told Tara and let us know as exposition that, all their men were killed, and they're not too happy about it, obviously. So given the opportunity, they may fight. So it's good stuff for sure. He also said, Trev, do you think All Out War deserves a full season, or would a half season be enough? Would love to hear your thoughts. And his name day is this Sunday. So happy birthday, man. No problem. So happy 20th birthday. So it should get a full season. All Out War, it's a huge storyline. With TV series, a lot of times they cram action. They don't expand on it too much. But I think they could really turn All Out War into like a great season and have a lot of back and forth skirmishes and battles between different groups and stuff. If they slow it down, they do it right, and we see battling all throughout, it could be an incredible, even a full season. But we'll see. Maybe you're right. Maybe they'll just do it in like a half, like first half of season 8 or something. They'll cram it right in. That said, it'd be like the best half season ever, but they better ramp the budget up if they're going to do that, because a few $1 million an episode is probably not going to cut it for All Out War and Zombie Apocalypse. With all those characters, they're going to have to ramp it up. So we'll see if they will. Jon Snow Rules says, man, I've never been as excited for half season as I am about season 7. So very cool, dude. I'm glad you're excited. I'm pretty excited, but it's not the most excited I've ever been for a half, but pretty excited. Horrible Video Production says, Trav, I'm so happy you finally stopped looking into spoilers. It makes your channel more honorable. Thank you. I'm pretty much out of the game. I've pretty much been out of the game for a long time too, though. It's mainly you guys that spoil this shit for me, in comments. Really, that's what it is, because we do the videos. I do this as like an interactive thing. People used to complain that I wasn't interactive enough with you guys. So that's why I do more Q&As where we can talk more and you guys can send your questions and I can respond to you personally. That's why I do that. But the downside of that is I start seeing spoilers when I go through the comments. I don't want to ignore you guys either. I don't think ignoring you guys is good. That's not cool, right? I hate people that do that, like kind of maybe some, YouTubers that think they're like beyond that or something. Like, I have 200,000 subscribers, so I don't have to talk to anybody. I'm, wear sunglasses and leather jackets and all this stuff, I don't know. So I'm not like that. I'm just same as you guys. I'm just a fan, of the show, and, I just happen to like making videos. James Anthony says, hey, Trev, do you think if Daryl hadn't been killed off early in the show, he could have made it to comic book spoiler death or even beyond? And this is kind of spoilers, but not really. In the comics, Dale gets the Herschel, excuse me. Dale gets the... Wait, is that even true? I have to go back and look at this one. No, he doesn't either. Okay, he's killed around the time that the end of... Okay, no, sorry. He gets Bob's death. Holy cow, I gotta go, it's like my brain just forgot about all this stuff because it's been so many years, right, since I've even thought about this. He gets Bob's death, right, in the comic version. So he would have been around a lot longer. So do you think it would have... So he wants to hear my thoughts on that, I guess, and it would have been interesting to see Andrea's death at season 3 if he was still alive. So yeah, but nowadays I'm almost thinking I used to complain a little bit that they remixed the deaths and they changed things around a lot and they made it unpredictable. Nowadays, I'm not really complaining about that anymore. I almost want to say the more they switch it up, the more original a TV series seems, and the more unpredictable it seems too. So the downside of it is we don't get to see some of those key characters evolve in the same way as they did in the comics or have the same parts. But the plus side is it really keeps us on our toes, keeps us excited, keeps us anticipating. And we don't know what they're going to do. We don't have to worry about there being a death just in a finale because, there could be deaths at any time. You could have Killer Within where you have 2 humongous deaths and it just came out of nowhere and it's really unpredictable. So I actually think that, it's a medium. You can't go too far away, but you can't have it be too similar either and have it be as exciting. So I like it when they kind of play the middle ground there and they change a lot of stuff, but not so drastically that maybe you kill Andrea or something like that. So the Dale death is like, in hindsight, well, it was sad and everything. It kind of sucked, but, at least they kept us on our toes a bit. That's the plus side of it. The Air Lord says, you forgot about Morales. Just kidding. Nice video. And people ask me, Trevor, why do you keep including the Morales stuff? Because all you guys keep saying it. And I think you guys just like to see me wig out and get angry at you. Honestly, I think that's what it is. I did have a question for you, though, Trev. How do you think they'll handle Dwight in Season 7 and into Season 8? So the second half of Season 7, Season 8. By the time Rick meets Ezekiel in the comics, Dwight is on a far different path. Do you think this path will remain the same with Daryl in the Series 2, or do you think they'll remix it to make him sacrifice himself or something? Thanks, man. That's one I really got to think about. I did the death predictions video on Sunday, and Dwight is a huge question mark. I mean, I really don't know. I can't read which direction they're going with the Dwight-Daryl thing. At this point, I'm almost saying, are they going to keep them both in the series? Are they going to have both Dwight and Daryl and have Daryl be like, it's okay, it's cool. I know you shot me and you tortured me and you did all this stuff to me and I let you go before. I let you live before. And now I got an opportunity to kill you again, but I'm not going to because you're on our side now or whatever. How could that work? How could it work that Daryl doesn't kill Dwight because given the past and how Dwight double-crossed him at the first chance, and, Daryl had a chance to kill him and even said, I should have killed you. And Dwight even agrees, yeah, you should have. You probably should have. How can he not kill him now given the chance? I just don't know. I guess maybe he feels sympathetic for Dwight because he sees his face and stuff, and I guess Daryl can choose to not be that kind of person. Maybe he just beats his ass real good or something. Maybe that would be okay. We'll see, man. I mean, really, who knows at this point what direction they go with Dwight and whether or not you can have both Dwight and Daryl. They keep kind of teasing us about it. They'll have Dwight, he'll be on a motorcycle, and he'll be wearing the vest and everything, Daryl's vest. And it's like, well, F you, man. Take Daryl's stuff. Insult to injury. That's Daryl's crossbow. That's Daryl's vest, And even his bike, right? Even his bike. It's like he wants them to be besties. He's going to take his bike. You can have it back if you want. It's like, I don't know, man. Here's Johnny12. Says, hey, Trev, just want to say you're awesome. I have a question for your Q&A. There's been a death in Season 5, Episode 9, Season 6, Episode 9. Do you think there'll be a death in Season 7, Episode 9? So for Here's Johnny. So we'll end with this one. I don't think so, bro, because if you think about it, how could they start this half with a death? It's just not the right time. And I also think that starting off a premiere episode for a second half with a downer death like they did with Tyrese, or sometimes they do with stuff like that, it's not a great energizer to get a half season started. So unless they do it in a big time action-packed episode like No Way Out or something, generally the character deaths, or it's a character we don't like, generally, I don't think they should do a downer death in the first one. So, but yeah, man, it should still be a good build. It should be a good half, and it can't be that slow. Otherwise, there's going to be even more people turning on Walking Dead. There's going to be even more ruckus, and there could be trouble. So we'll see. I hope this half will be great. I really do. I think it will. I think it'll be a really good half. So absolutely. Anyway. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, please thumb it up below. If you want to see another type video, if you have a video suggestion, send it to me. Write your comments below. Keep sending me your questions, guys, for the Q&A videos. We'd love to continue every day and not miss a day until the second half starts, if we can do it, if we've got enough to talk about. So write your comments below. Like I said, share, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ring the bell to get notifications. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe. It's Trev. Same peace. Later, guys. See ya.